What's going on, everyone? I'm back with another video. It has been about a month, almost 2 months since I've made a post on this channel here. We're just going to go over how we did on our standard account using the FX SCALPER Forex EA bot for both our standard and passive account that we got running. If you haven't checked out the previous videos, be sure to go do that. It is the results on how we did on July. Now, remember, we got the robot started on July 19th, so the results for that month were very, I guess, kind of all over the place because we didn't really have a full month of numbers to really make a great assessment. So, August was our first full month of using the FX SCALPER 4XEA bot. I'm going to pull up the website right now so you guys can see uh, just where this amazing robot is that we purchased. It's all over my YouTube page. I've used them. If you guys remember, I did use the Xbot and I did document that on my Instagram. There are some videos as well on this channel from that. I may have taken them down though just to make room for the new robot. But yes, do remember I made a video as well for the new robot. So to be a member of the brand new robot, you do need to have a basic subscription, so either 3 months, 6 month, or a year. And I go over all those details in the very first video, so be sure to check that out. We go over the whole entire website from the main landing page to the brand new robot here on this link right here, where you can see the subscriptions that they have and the differences between them, etc., etc. So, but this video is just strictly for how we did on our standard account and passive account for both. Using the FX SCALPER 4X EA bot. So let's get right into it right now. We're going to go over how we did in August, and let's just see the numbers that we have so far. So, as you can see here, our growth has been steadily growing. I like to see this, the growth that we've had and the equity as well. So it's nice to see that, we have a nice growing line here. You can see as well the balance. We're in comparison to the hare and the turtle. We are the turtle right now. We are slowly slugging along, slowly increasing the account. And in my opinion, it's always better to go slower than to be trying to make so much money in a shorter period amount of time. Um, this is the profit, as you can see here. When we first got started in July 17th, we didn't really start making anything until the 19th. So that's when we really, or that's when I say that we started the robot, because that's when we first started making the profit. And we did also have some problems at the very beginning with the broker and getting it all set up. But as you can see here, from August 1st until the end of August, it looks like we made close to $400 or $500, which is nice to see. And there was very little drawdown as well, as you can see in August. So the biggest drawdown that we had, it looks like, was on the 10th. We were 2.56% into drawdown, and for the duration of August, it was very, very low drawdown. We never surpassed 5%, which is great to see. And once I make the video for September, we do have a little bit more a drawdown that we're going to go over, but remember, this is just for August. It was the end of summer, and I felt that the summer actually ended up being really, really nice. Usually during the summer, it's not very active, or the market is very active. And I thought, in my opinion, that once the summer finished, we would see a change, and we'd be making more. But stay tuned for the next video to see how well we have been doing in September. And I'm not going to ruin it for you guys, so let's just get right into it here, and let's scroll down so that we can see how exactly that we did on the analytics for our standard account. Because do remember, we're trading 12 pairs with a leverage of 1 to 500 and a starting equity of $4,000. So as you can see here, our monthly gain on August, we did 10.58%, which is nice to see. It was much more than our very small period amount of time in July. You can see all the pairs that we used throughout the month, and you can see that NZ. Oh, actually, Euro USD. Oh no, sorry, my bad. NZD USD did the most, or had the most active trades with I don't know if this is the amount of trades. I think it is. So it's 91 positions were made in the period of August for this pair, and it looks like the least used pair that we had was Euro CAD with a whopping 2.3%, and only Euro, yeah, only 14 positions that happened. And it's good seeing this kind of pie because we can see how well the pairs have been doing, and it's good to see this kind of analytic to know how well the robot's doing. What pairs are turning on and being really, I guess, making profit for us. And as you know, the drawdown was very minimal in August, so it's not like we have pairs that were open for an extended time and that they were in drawdown. Like we were turning over positions, they were opening and closing, and we were making a good amount of profit in August. You can see the hold time that we have for as well the August. As you can see, as I was just saying, the turnover rate for positions to open and close was very short in August. The longest one that we had was about 1.93 weeks, close to 2 weeks long, and that was just with the Euro CAD, and it was a short position. But for the rest of the pairs, the it looks like the second longest one was about 2.12 days, and then yeah, our like close to 3 days it looks like here, because this is I guess we're going off by this. I think this is just the total it was, and then we can see how many so for the short it was for 2.12 days, and then for the long it was 1.6. So um it looks like the longest would probably be like 3 days. Just over 3 days was the longest time that we've kind of had it a position open, which is nice to see because at least we're not holding everything for very long. And besides that one pair, Euro CAD, it's nice to see that positions weren't held for a long time, and we could see them close and profiting from that. We can see the risk reward as well for all the pairs that we're using. And it's just looking good, guys. Very little in the negative here. A majority of it is in the positive by the looks of it. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it for August. You can see, I know now, do remember these numbers are going to be, it's a little off because I should have had this out at the end of August so we could see more current numbers. Do remember we are now at the beginning of October now, so this is with the added extra month of September kind of lingering there. So it's kind of hard to give you like super concrete numbers right now because we did miss this one video here. But I'm going to be sticking out the video for September right after I do this one for the August. But I just want to make sure that you guys can see the results for August, and then we will catch up on the October one, which I'll put out later today, so that you guys can see all the results. Yeah, so um, looking good here. Again, this is just from September, so this isn't really current. Um, you can see that we started off with $4,000, and again, these are numbers from September. So that's pretty much it, guys, for our standard account. It was a good August. We did very well. We can see down here again the increase, or our monthly gain for August was 10.58%. Great to see that, and I can't wait to show you guys how September went, as it's just finishing right now. It kind of panned out a little differently compared to uh, how we expected it to end. So if you guys want to see how we did for our passive account, I'm going to show you guys that real quickly here, and stay tuned. I'm going to show you guys that right now. All right, so this is our passive account. Remember, guys, our passive account is only running half the amount of pairs, so we're running 6 pairs instead of 12. Still the same leverage, 1 to 500, and still starting equity of $4,000. It was like $2 shy from the deposit. I still consider it 4,000. It was just it's close enough, right? So we can see here as well the growth on our passive. Remember, our passive risk setting is a little bit lower than our standard setting. So the line that's kind of going up it's going, but it's very slow, as you can see. Like the growth on it's not like we're climbing a steep mountain. It's like we're going up a very, very, very uh, flat kind of small descent, baby steps almost. So. Um, we can see here from the profit, from the first all the way to the very end here, about $256.81. Nice to see that. This is a better picture depicting on of the profit, as it's slowly going up here, and it's continued to go up. It's great to see that the profit is consistent and we're slowly building up like a big mountain here. The drawdown as well with our passive account was very, very small for the duration of August. We can see here. I think the biggest amount of drawdown that we had was 0.5% for the whole entire August, which is great to see. It's great to see the drawdown was nowhere near even close to our 5% line that we like to have, which is where it's like that imaginary line that we hope that our drawdown never surpasses. And if I could just kind of block out that September until we get to it, I would. But have no fear. Even at the 15% mark, we are still in the nice area that we do not have to worry about. So let's just scroll down here. We're going to check over how we did as well with our gains and the pairs that we're using, as well as the risk ratio for August, and as well the average hold time for the pairs that we have. So we can see here that the most used pair that we had for the whole entire all of August is GDP AUD. And it's a little funny to say because it was so popular and we had 72 positions. Wait till you hear how this pair does in September versus how it did in August. It's night and day. So be sure to check out the next video that I stick out on the results for the FX Scalper Forex EA bot for both our passive and standard account for the duration of September. It looks like Euro GDP was our least used pair with only 15 positions throughout the whole entire month. And then, as you can see here, CHF JPY only 27, CAD JPY 33, and USD JPY 46, and NZD JPY with 37. So all around very similar amount of trades that happened besides our GDP AUD. And I'm just hoping, when I show you guys September, we can see a little different. Maybe this graph looks a little different next month. So stay tuned for that next video, and you'll be able to see how it panned out for the month of September. Moving over to the average hold time for August, as you can see here, it looks like the total hold time that we had for, I'd say, the longest amount of time that we had something open was just over 3 days and a half. I think this is a little bit around the same as our standard account. I think it's just less pairs, so it doesn't look as jumbled up. But and then we got the shortest, which is around just under 13 hours. And yeah, it's good to see that again. These pairs that were opening and closing, they weren't opened for very long. A lot of the long positions were only open for either like just over a day to almost 2 days. Um, and then for our shorts, it was the longest 2 days and the shortest being like 2 hours. So it's an interesting fact to have, I feel, but I think it's also good to have because we can see how long positions are opening and closing, and we're seeing that the robot is functioning well and doing its job. We can see our reward risk ratio for August as well for our pairs. As you can see, a majority of them are doing quite well. There's only two of them that are kind of in the negative, but I think it balances it out with the amount of positive that we have up here. And it's good that we're running different pairs as well, so that it balances out. Imagine if we were only just running, a handful of pairs, and say it was just these two, it wouldn't be the greatest. But since we have these other pairs as well. If certain pairs are in drawdown, we do have these other pairs to pick up the slack. And guys, I think that's pretty much it here for um, the numbers. Again, these are a little inflated because we have finished September, and I should have gotten this video out at the end of September, but sorry, the end of August, my bad. And so I will be putting out the next video for the September one because we are entering into October right now, and it's a perfect time to be doing how both the account standard and passive did for the whole entire month of September. So that is it, guys, for how we did for both our passive and standard account. It looks overall we are doing well. It's a short burn or a long burn, my bad, a long burn that we are just slowly accumulating profit. As you can see here, it's going quite slow. It's very, you know, going by the point here, and it's going up. So it's great to see that we're slowly increasing the account. And do remember the passive account is a lot slower than our standard account, and it'll take a little bit longer for it to grow, but that's okay. We're in no rush. We are just going to continue to uh, let the robot run and just trust that it will continue to put profit into our account and slowly compound it, and then eventually lot sizes will go up. The amount of pairs we're going to use is going to go up, and one day we'll be purchasing a giant jumbo jet with the profits that we made from this robot. Not being serious, but maybe serious. We'll see what happens in a bunch of years down the road. So that's it, everyone. If you have any questions or concerns, or you have something you want to write down in the comment section, be sure to leave it down below. I'll be sure to get to you as soon as possible. And be sure to check out the next video that I stick out, which will be for, again, the results on how we did for all of September. Thank you, everyone, and take care.